It's simple. If I die, any armor, weapon, bow, or shield that I have equipped, I have to get rid of and can't use for the rest of the game. So if I die looking like this, then I'll respawn looking like this, and I can't use any of that stuff anymore. My adventure begins in the depths of Hyrule Castle. This is where we found out about the imprisoning war, a story I'm sure won't be repeated several times throughout the game. Then I found this thing. He took all my hearts and an arm. He also sent Zelda flying into a bottomless pit. Nothing too crazy so far. I woke up with a new arm called King Raru's right arm. We just took someone's arm. Then I found a convenient pair of boots and leggings in a random chest in the middle of the sky. My first losable item. And now the title sequence. Soon enough, I found a tree branch. Quick note, if the item breaks, I can still use it. It's only if I die while using the item that I lose it. And if I lose an item that's fused with some other material, then I can't use either of them. Okay, so there you go, 2 new rules. My first eventful situation was these 3 soldier constructs. I absolutely obliterated the first one. The next 2 I kept mistiming my flurry rush, so I just whacked them with my tree branch until they were gone. I made my way up to the Temple of Time where this guy spawned out of nowhere. His name is Raru, source of the magic right arm. He told me to go to that shrine over there to make my new arm even better. I made my way up this hill and into the Ukawu shrine. That's where Raru, who I'm just now realizing is like 8 feet tall, gave me the Ultra Hand ability. This allowed me to lift heavy objects with the lift of an arm. Or is it the lift of a Joy-Con? I'm strong. After that shrine, I built an incredibly long bridge because what the heck, I can do what I want. You see Raru over there? I was gonna expand my bridge with these logs, but it caught on fire. This is definitely Raru's doing. I went this way and saw another shrine in the distance, so I made this thing in a raft to go into the Inisa shrine. Raru spawned again and gave me the fuse ability. This allows me to combine tree branches with monster horns. Later in that shrine, I found this guy, my first real threat. I didn't think too much of it until it landed a perfect strike on me. Twice. Hooray for range attacks. Okay, so at this point, things were going pretty well. Until I decided to go into the 3rd shrine. You can't climb ice, so this was my plan. Chop down a ton of trees, then fuse the logs to make a bridge. So that's what I did, except I was doing it while watching something else in the background. I didn't realize it, but my cold resistance ran out. And since I wasn't listening to the game audio, I didn't even notice my hearts going down. So you can imagine my surprise when I was finally done with my log bridge, and then Link just collapses onto the ground. Okay, well, I couldn't even make it past the tutorial before dying. Archaic tunic, archaic legwear, old wooden bow, old wooden shield, thick stick, and stone. I just lost all that stuff. Fabulous start. Anyways, I went into the shrine and unlocked the ability to clip through ceilings. But after that, I had another problem. Actually, it wasn't a problem, it was just me being stupid. I had to get back to the Temple of Time over there, so I tried taking a shortcut by diving into the water. Pro tip, eating cold resistance food does not protect you from freezing cold water. Goodbye construct bow, goodbye Captain Construct horn, goodbye half my weapons. Okay, I have to start being more careful now. I decided to take the long way and go slowly. Okay, you know what? This game's dumb. Goodbye tree branch. Let's just pretend that never happened. I respawned, failed to open a door, got an extra heart, and then succeeded in opening said door. Into Hyrule. I've died 3 times and lost all these items before even starting the actual game. The first thing I did was attack this Bokoblin, but then my weapon broke, so I just started running. I saw a shrine in the distance, so I went there. The puzzle was pretty much those shape toys kids play with. After this shrine, I went to Lookout Landing. That's where I met Purah, who said, I didn't really pay attention. She told me to go beneath Hyrule Castle or something, but obviously I didn't do that. By the way, where are your clothes? If only you knew. I went to the store and saw this Hylian tunic for sale, so I said, you know what? Screw it. I sold a ruby and opal I had in my inventory for some reason and bought the tunic. I still had no pants, but this is better than nothing. Also, am I allowed to sell the stuff that I lost? I'm gonna say no. I went exploring outside the landing after that, and you won't believe it. I found this random building in the middle of nowhere, and inside was a chest. You know what was inside the chest? Just kidding, it was a ruby. I went back to the store, sold it, and bought a pair of Hylian trousers. This feels much better. That no pants look just felt disturbing. I think it's about time I get a weapon. So I set up Operation Steal Loot from the Bokoblins. Step 1, sneak up to a Bokoblin base. Step 2, steal a weapon. That's it. So here's how it went. I slowly walked up to these dudes, but then they somehow noticed me, so I just winged it. My plan was to take this wooden stick and get out of here. This Bokoblin here was trying to get to my wooden stick, but I beat him to it, accidentally picked up a bow in midair, accidentally struck at them with my newly acquired weapon, tried running away, ran out of stamina, dodged an attack, which that jumped in nothing, and then ran away. I technically lost wooden stick, but this is sturdy wooden stick, which I see as a completely different weapon, so I'm using it. I went into a shrine after that, and this makes absolutely 0 sense. I'm supposed to bat the ball to hit that giant target, I think, and I have no clue what this thing's for. Either I'm doing something wrong or I just suck at baseball. No, okay, wait, listen, that does not count as dying. I only lost 1 full heart and I didn't see the game over screen. Section B, Rule 13, it's only a death if I see the game over screen. I completely made that up just now, but that's fair, I'm keeping everything. Imagine I went through all that trouble getting the clothing and the weapon, only to lose it to a ball knocking me into the abyss. So anyways, after the shrine, I decided to keep doing the story. I went into Hyrule Castle, then met the man Hawes. Hey look, it's Zelda. And now she turned into light and disappeared, okay? I told Purah about this, and somehow that led to me unlocking Skyview Towers. So now I can be launched 80 feet in the air and die to fall damage. I did a couple of shrines after that until I had 4 of these things. So now I get to upgrade either my health or my stamina. Considering this is a Nuzlocke, I should get the heart container, but I'm sick of having no stamina all the time. I'm sure I won't regret this later on. Right? I talked to Purah after that, and she told me I had to go to these 4 places all over Hyrule. These are pretty much the main chapters of the story. So I go to one of those yellow dots now, right? Wrong. This is open world Zelda, I'll do whatever I want. I saw these 2 guys trying to get this treasure chest, so I helped them out, then took the loot for myself. Then I went into another shrine, a horse stable, and now I'm trying to unlock that Skyview Tower over there. The problem, it was heavily guarded by a bunch of bokoblins. My plan was to defeat these guys guarding the stairs, then run for it into the tower. Okay, plan B. Attach a rocket onto this board and get in from above. This is unnecessarily dangerous. Let's do it. What? Alright, here we go. Okay, my plan wasn't to land on the tower, but now that I'm here, fires cause explosions, right? Bombs also cause explosions. Look, that guy's taking a nap. Okay, that's enough fooling around for now. I unlocked the Skyview Tower, then I got distracted again. I landed on a Sky Island, which led me to another Sky Island, which led me to another Sky Island. I'm definitely gonna pay if I don't stop playing around with rockets. I decided it was time to head to one of those 4 yellow dots. I'm thinking top left. But before that, shrine, extra heart container, that's it, let's go. The thing about Tears of the Kingdom is that you can make the conscious decision to go somewhere, but you will get distracted. And yeah, I got distracted at least 20 times here. The first one was on a bridge. Listen, I wasn't about to take on a 20-foot one-eyed monster. I walked as slowly as possible and just hoped he wouldn't notice me. Then he noticed me, so I just started running. I debated for a split second whether or not I wanted to fight it, but absolutely not. No, too big of a risk. Ah heck, I'm sure he'll drop some good loot. This fight was honestly way easier than I thought it would be. You just gotta strike him in the eye, then strike him with the melee weapon. Honestly, I thought he'd drop more stuff, but this is fine. Then I found myself on this Sky Island, which had a ring minigame. I didn't realize it at the time, but this would actually end up being pretty important for the Nuzlocke. I upgraded my stamina after that, and then this part. I was trying to skydive to my original destination, the top left yellow dot, but when I realized I wasn't gonna make it, I just free-falled. Or is it free-fell? Whatever. I landed, and next to me was a horse with a man body. Whenever you encounter a strange-looking enemy and music starts playing, run. And that's what I did. He's shooting an arrow into the sky. Surely that's not gonna somehow hit me, I thought to myself in real time. Note to self, man-shaped horse enemy has incredible accuracy, and I just lost a ton of stuff. Strong construct bow, rusty shield, probably for the better, traveler sword, and bokoblin horn. This isn't as bad as the other times, but I still need new clothes. I did some research and I realized armor is very expensive in this game. One of the few armor pieces I had access to for free though was the glider armor set. Remember when I did that ring minigame and said it would be important? Yeah, well now it's important. I went back to the one I already did it again, and boom, I already have a shirt. I didn't equip it though, I don't want to end up losing it before I could even find the pants. Also, I died again. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. I ran out of stamina in midair, tried to pull a big brain move, and yeah, I lost all these items. Also, I'm not allowing myself to fast travel out of danger, if that needed to be mentioned. Also, I'm doing shrines and upgrading my hearts and stamina so often now that I'm just not even gonna mention them anymore. Alright, anyways, after that I did some No. I went north, because north was a sky tower. A sky tower that led me to another ring minigame. And there we go, I got pants now. This is my new outfit until I inevitably game over again. After that, I thought, you know what, it's finally time to go up to that top left yellow dot, so I did. Then I got distracted. No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Welcome to Rito Village. Beautiful weather today. Here they've got birds, snow, overpriced pants, and birds. Among those birds is Tulin, who will be the next Zelda character in Smash Bros, calling it right now. He wants to go investigate that giant tornado in the sky. His dad said no, so he ran off. Flew off, and I had to chase him. I found him, destroyed some monsters, and went into the giant tornado. This part's pretty much a massive staircase to the top of the sky, so there's nothing to talk about here, other than the fact that it was a massive pain. Especially this part where the floor started falling apart. I ran out of stamina, got concussed by a piece of stone, and started uncontrollably falling towards the ground. Now, I should have died here, but luckily I had a stamina potion in my inventory, which allowed me to use the glider again. That was a little too close for comfort. Eventually, I got to the top where I found an absolutely massive boat in the sky. Hey, look, it's Zelda. So there's 5 locks around the ship, and I have to blow wind into all of them. That is easy. E. Definitely no need for a tutorial or anything. So now that I've unlocked all 5 locks, what happens next? Oh, well, a giant ice monster comes out of Doctor Strange portal. You see those 3 giant pieces of ice on him? Yeah, I'm supposed to shoot an arrow at them 3 times each, and this was actually easy. Okay, so now there's tornadoes. I destroyed the first piece, then the second piece, but by then my bow was badly damaged, and it was my only one. I just needed to attack that last piece one time and it would be destroyed. So I stopped in midair, didn't like my angle, so I fell a little, stopped again, aimed, fired, then my bow broke. But by some miracle, I somehow hit the ice and defeated the dragon. That might have been one of the most clutch moments in my entire life. So yeah, I got a heart container, got told a story about how Ganondorf won a 1v6 against trained warriors, and unlocked a ghost tool in. So after that whole bird blizzard adventure, I completed the top yellow dot phenomena. So there's a handful of things I can do now. Shrines, explore the depths, go to another yellow dot, but I decided to take on a long side quest. You see, all over the underground there are these weird statues that I refer to as Reggie statues. Simply put, if I give this guy his 4 eyes he somehow lost, I unlock stuff. So I spent the next hour or two finding all the eyes, then ATVing, minecarting, and flying them to the statue. And I got more stamina as a reward, nice. Also, notice how I don't have any clothes anymore. Yeah. Alright, listen. I was making my way to the second Reggie statue when I encountered this black bokoblin. I flurry rushed it, but then I had the bright idea to backslash it from above, which had a ton of end lag. Yeah, this one just sucks. This was completely avoidable, but I was just being dumb. Rip the Zonite shield, rip the blue moblin pounder, and rip the glide armor. At this point, I don't really know what to do. I was just wandering around, unlocking sky towers. Eventually, I found myself in Goron City, land of the rock people. Here they have Gorons, minecarts, a massive volcano, and marbled rock roast. I bought this flame-resistant armor for 700 rupees because I'm gonna have to go into that giant volcano later in the game, and evidently it's a little hot in there. I unequipped it though because I seriously don't want to lose it that quickly. Eventually I came across this cave, so naturally I went inside of it. There was some crazy roller coaster mine rail system in here. There were enemies everywhere and the floor was literally lava. I was asking to die by going in here, but I saw a shrine right there and I wanted to try and get to it. But first of all, I needed to deal with these goblin enemies in the middle. The problem was that I had like no weapons. I knew I wasn't gonna make it out of here. I was just delaying the inevitable. Eventually I backflipped straight into a burning rock and fell right into the lava. I tried pulling a 5-head play by unequipping armor, which looking back is probably not allowed. Landing in the lava actually didn't kill me though. I tried to quickly make a minecart and make an escape, but I was a little too slow. Goodbye strong Zonite shield, goodbye soldier spear, and worst of all, goodbye flamebreaker armor. I've been dying a lot and I'm running low on equipment and I sort of have no clue what I'm doing, so I decided I'm gonna start over. No, not that type of start over. I mean, I'm just gonna go back near where I started and just explore and find useful stuff, preferably without dying. So here's how it went. Okay, this is insane. At first I was just casually playing the game, but then I pulled up a tips and tricks video and got like 20 powerful weapons and armor in the span of 10 minutes. I went from desperately needing bows to having too many in my inventory. Okay, I think I'm about ready to do the next yellow dot quest. The desert quest is probably my least favorite one, so I'm doing it next. But on my way to Gerudo Town, I found this thing. Shard of Pharos Spike. This stuff looks powerful and expensive, so I took a ton of it. This dragon's pretty cool. I wonder if there's any more and if they'll play a big part of the game's story. Anyways, into Gerudo Town. Here, they've got poor Wi-Fi, sand, 99.9% women, and chicken pillows. I started off by meeting Riju, the Tulin of the desert area. She's also a chief of the Gerudo, I guess. Shockingly enough, she can summon lightning to attack enemies. See what I did there? The desert's issue was a massive sandstorm and waves of these skeleton mummy things. Hey, look, it's Zelda. Oh, look, now they're invading Gerudo Town. I essentially robbed these people of their resources and went into battle. I just have to knock down these 3 pillars, and this was honestly really easy. Riju's under attack. Is that bad? Wait, So she can actually die? I wasn't informed of this. Wait a minute. No. Section B, Rule 13. It's only a death if I see the game over screen. She's literally better equipped at handling these enemies than me. Well, on the bright side, I still have a ton of stuff, so I should be good. So long to the Steel Lizzlebow, Royal Shield, Knight's Claymore, Shards from the Electric Dragon, Dark Tunic, and Stealth Tights. Okay, I lied. This actually sucks. I just got locked up for having no clothes on. It's time for the Royal Guard outfit. The next part of this quest was to activate 3 light pillars. There was some confusion, but 2 YouTube tutorials later, I was entering the Lightning Temple. Hey, look, it's Zelda. Someone explained to me why there's a random walrus in the middle of the desert. There were some basic puzzles at the beginning of the temple, but then I entered this room with the Captain Construct 4. Easy, right? Dude, I don't even know how to explain these anymore. I mean,
Bruh.
Alright, let's pretend the last 10 minutes never happened. Starting now. I have died 3 times in this temple, lost all of these items, and I'm just now actually entering it. Similar to the Wind Temple, I had a lightning strike 4 batteries to fight the boss. Nothing interesting happened here. Oh well, except for this one part I need to show you. Oh wait, that's not even what I was trying to show you. This is what I was trying to show you. How many times did I die in this place? It's getting a little old, but these are all the items I lost. Anyways, the boss itself wasn't actually that bad. The part where she spits out chocolate milk and dust tornadoes do insane amounts of damage, but if you just move out of the way and attack, this is simple actually. So after many lightning strikes, tutorials, and 6 deaths, I finally saved Gerudo Town. I got the heart container, a tear, and rejuiced sage. The Gibdos stopped spawning, the sandstorm cleared, and I saved everyone. The Gerudo people were very thankful, and they said I was welcome to come back to town whenever I wanted. Then they kicked me out because I wasn't wearing any clothes. 2 phenomenas complete. And you know what? Screw it. Might as well do another one right now. But before that, I wanted to find new clothes. I decided to go for the soldier's armor because it looked cool and was fairly easy to get. I just needed to blow up some rocks, then again, and again, and again, but the rocks were blue this time. I made my way to Zora's Domain and equipped my newly acquired knight armor. I'm gonna lose this in about 10 minutes. Zora's Domain. Here, they have disgusting goo, a massive throne, fish people, and even more disgusting goo. Hey look, there's a statue of me and... Wait, who is that? Oh, it's this guy. Sidon, Prince of the Fish People. He tells me to talk to Giotto. This guy's no use though. He shows me a riddle that he doesn't understand. Stand upon the land of the skyfish, okay? Among the floating rocks you see, a droplet waits for you. Oh yeah. Through this droplet, shoot an arrow with the mark of the king, okay? Do this task, and you shall reveal a most wondrous thing. A green light. So I went inside the green light, where I found myself in the ancient Zora waterworks. Oh, okay, I thought I just killed myself somehow. Welcome to the water temple. There's low gravity here. This temple was incredible compared to the desert one. I didn't die a single time, and the puzzles were pretty fun and straightforward as well. The boss was probably the easiest one so far too. I would get hit, eat a ton of food, attack, get hit, eat a ton of food, attack, and so on. I finished him off by jumping, pulling out my bow, fusing an absurdly powerful bone, then attacking him with lightning as my bow self-destructs. Then I went through the end of temple routine. I got my heart container, a tear, Sidon Sage, and listened to his ancestor tell us a story that we've heard 3 times. And so all the goo disappeared from Zora's Domain. What is that, 3 times we've saved now? Okay, so normally this is the part where I say, screw it, let's go to Goron City and do the final phenomena. But I decided I'm gonna do some more exploring, a ton of shrines, and just try to generally upgrade myself to get ready for the inevitable final boss. I started off by very carefully carrying this Korok to its friend, then doing a shrine where I create war machines and run over constructs with them. Usually there's something completely wrong with the sky towers, and this time the entire terminal was gone. A bird took it, so obviously I shot the bird down, but then I lost the terminal. It was literally nowhere to be found. Then I found it, so I brought it back. Then I quickly went into one more shrine where I was playing Jenga. This is definitely not what you're supposed to do, but I just started ultra handing everything together until I ended up with this abomination. And it actually worked. Anyways, time to go-kart down a hill. Whoa, there's rocks falling here? I swear, if I get knocked out by one of those Cocoa Puffs. Oh look, there's a shrine right there. How convenient. I had 7 Light of Blessing, so I just needed 1 more to upgrade my stamina and hearts. I looked for a shrine, found one, did it, and then said, you know what, let's do 4 more shrines, because why not? I thought about it, but no, I mustn't. Shrine, 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 horse, shrine... Wait, horse? Oh my goodness. A way long time ago when I pretty much just started playing, I tamed this horse, but I never mentioned it because I forgot about it and left it. He's literally been in this exact spot for at least 3 Hyrule weeks. Also, take a look at this. What I'm supposed to do here is create a bat-like structure and then swing it to hit the quote-unquote baseball into the target. Huh. Deja vu. What happened though was I hit the ball the wrong way, but then a piece of the bat somehow flew off and hit the target. I don't even know what to say about this one. Also, this is my future self here. I ended up forgetting about the horse again. I fast traveled to Goron City and sold a ton of material so I could afford these Flamebreaker boots, even though they're clearly pants. Also, yes, that means I'm fixing to begin the final quest. Actually, I'm starting it right now. So the problem in this town is that everyone's addicted to this rock marbled roast stuff, and now no one wants to do anything productive. Then someone else spawned in, Yunobu. This guy was a jerk, called me short, then told me to go away. I should have walked and let them deal with this problem. Hey look, it's Zelda. Oh, so it's the mask that's turning this guy crazy. Oh, okay, now he's possessed. Wait, I have to fight him? Ow. It took a grand total of 3 hits to defeat him, and now I have the ability to bowling ball Yunobu. What do you mean what's that red haze? It's been there for like a month. Oh, so there's a minecart system that takes you to the top. I got a better idea. Maybe I'll just take the minecart. This entire sequence was actually pretty fun. I got to launch Yunobu at enemies, turn my cart into a weapon, get caught in speed traps, and of course watch Yunobu defy gravity. Okay, what are the odds he goes right through the gap? Hey look, it's Zelda. Hey look, Zelda just got caught in the middle of a volcanic eruption. Oh boy. What a convenient location for there to be an airplane with fans and a cart attached to it. In the same location a large enemy spawns that can only be attacked in the air. Welcome to the underground. This is why I bought these flame guard boots. I tried doing this on my own, but I got confused, so I just pulled up a tutorial. How are kids supposed to figure this out without the internet? Anyways, marbled Goma, everyone. Looks like something straight out of Australia. The strat was to knock out its legs, which would stun it, and that's when I make my move. The scariest part though was when he surrounded me by these rocks. Except they're not rocks, they're bombs. If I reacted a few seconds too late, I would have become Link Marbled Roast. See, this is why having a ton of stamina is useful. Boom, you already know the drill by now. Heart Container, Sage, same story but with a different person.
And he wants me to inherit this? Really?
Really? Maybe I shouldn't have skipped it. I saved Dorito Village from a frigid blizzard, Gerudo Town from a mob invasion, Zora's Domain from goo threatening their water supply, and now I just saved Goron City from food addiction. I guess that's important. Now it's time I report everything that's happened to Purah. My joints are so weak at this point I can't even reach the telescope where Purah is at. Miss Purah's so lucky with that fancy scope of hers. If you want Purah, she's up above. Apparently Purah spotted a figure within Hyrule Castle. Something tells me Purah's up here and something's going on at Hyrule Castle. Quick look at this. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend. Just kidding, it's Zelda. Oh my gosh, I was literally trying to type something for the video when Zelda turned into an army of enemies. Alright, this one's probably Zelda. That is not Zelda. This one for sure. Seriously? Alright, I have a feeling this one's definitely her. Oh, come on. Oh look, it isn't Zelda. Mates, I have absolutely no idea what just happened. All I know is that I didn't see the game over screen, therefore that does not count as a death. I can safely say though that I just dodged a massive bullet. How many fake Zeldas are there? Oh no, dude, I have to fight Phantom Ganon 4 times? Every time I got hit, I would take so much damage, and I had to eat a ton of stuff to regain my health. I took the first one out by hitting him with the classic spear to arrow combo. I just made that up. The second one was gone when I 100% very intentionally flurry rushed him. I simply bow and arrowed the third one. And the fourth one was wearing me down, but then I struck him from behind. Dude, I just lost so much weapons and food from that. I'm gonna have to grind for more. Do not tell me there's a second phase. There's a second phase. Great, now there's gloom everywhere. I didn't even notice the main health bar was only halfway down. I very epically and luckily flurry rushed the first Phantom Ganon. Twice actually, that really helps. The third one I bow and arrowed, and the fourth one was a battle of the spears. This fight was a lot more stressful than I made it seem. Look at my food before and after the fight. What a coincidence. I'm losing my voice. What a coincidence. I chose the wrong game to Nuzlocke. Oh, okay, so that was just a vision of what's to come. Okay, so it's not my problem. Yet. We went back to Lookout Landing and had a discussion. So pretty much we concluded that there was an entire 5th sage that we completely forgot about somehow. So I have to do another entire temple and boss fight. You know what? Screw it. I don't need no 5th sage. I'm going to fight Ganondorf right now. But first, I need to prepare. I traveled around Hyrule and bought arrows everywhere because I had an alarmingly low amount of them. Next, I went and found Mighty Bananas because they can create an overpowered dish that gives you +3 attack. That and I bought the Radiant Armor set. Trust me, this is all part of my master plan. Speaking of master, I tried getting the Master Sword. At first, I tried doing it the normal way by talking to Impa and going to all the geoliths and watching the memories and all that. But then while I was literally in the middle of that, I spotted Dragon Zelda right above me. I could just skip the entire entire geolift part and get the Master Sword right here. I fast traveled to a nearby sky island, but the dragon was way too high for me still. I used a sky tower, but she was still too high. I noticed she was going directly towards the Great Sky Island, so I went there. I found one of these platforms that float and used half my rocket supply trying to get to this dragon. At first I didn't see her, but then she quite literally just spawned out of nowhere. But then the platform started flashing green, which meant it was about to destroy itself. I had no idea that could happen, so I just jumped off, and from here I just had to hope I was high enough to make it onto her. Oh, I'm definitely high enough, but I won't have enough stamina. I made this stamina elixir for the fight against Ganondorf, but I didn't want to fast travel again and end up losing sight of the dragon, so I just used it. At first Zelda was trying to throw me off, but with the power of friendship, by that I mean 2 stamina wheels, I held firm and retrieved the Master Sword. So now, this is what my sword pocket looks like. My shields, my bows, everything to the right of this armor I can still use, and here's the food I'm rocking with. I'm hoping it's not too little. This is either gonna go incredibly well or horribly wrong. So the first thing I need to do is actually get to Ganondorf. I can do this by going into the depths under Hyrule Castle, but then I have to run past a bunch of enemies and some of them got a hit on me. I ended up losing 5 hearts to the gloom, which was actually bad. I was able to restore 3 of them with the portable pod, but I'm still not satisfied. So the first part of this entire final boss sequence is a wave of enemies. This was problematic because if I took damage, I wouldn't take damage, I would lose damage. No, that doesn't make sense. I would lose hearts. With the help of the sages, I was able to take out the first wave, but then there was another one, and another one, and another one. Ultimately, I ended up losing about half my total hearts, far from ideal, but I continued on anyway. Remember how I skipped the 5th stage because I didn't feel like doing a 3-hour-long quest? Well, here's where it comes back to bite me, because the boss I would have otherwise fought in the 5th temple is now here instead. This is the boss that single-handedly made me stop playing this game in my first playthrough. The first thing I gotta do is activate Riju, then shoot an arrow. Once it's stunned, I go to Yunobu and knock it into the electric fence. Occasionally it would land a hit on me, which was mildly concerning, but I quickly found out about a super useful item that made this way easier. The cannon shield I made to break rocks was now helping me in the most important part of the challenge. I genuinely think I could have won right here, but then this happened. I activated Riju to shoot an arrow, but it hammered me as I shot the arrow, which didn't kill me, but then threw me right into the electric fence, which finished me off. Ah, forget about me. Yunobu doesn't look like he's having a great time either. At first, I didn't think this was super bad because I wasn't even using my best weapons, but then I saw the damage. No more soldier's armor, which is like my longest lasting armor set in the challenge. No more Royal Guard's Claymore, 3 of my top weapons. No more Dusk Bow, and worst of all, no more Hylian Shield, and no more cannon, the one thing making the Seized Construct fight not so difficult. So here's what I did. I equipped the Zora armor and Flamebreaker boots, which just looks wrong, dropped everything I lost, and went in with a new strategy. Don't get hit. Specifically, don't get hit by the gloom enemies, so I did exactly that, but the opposite. Having no more cannon shield meant I had to rely on the classic Riju plus Yunobu combo, and I gotta be real with you, I was genuinely raging at Riju here. I have genuinely come to believe that she was intentionally running away from me so I couldn't activate her lightning. Also, I saw a YouTube comment that said you could freeze the boss and it actually worked, so add that to the strat. I was actually doing pretty decently without the shield cannon, but then in the second phase, when it was one electric fence hit away from being destroyed, I foolishly hit its shield, tried running away, and then got hammered. I blame this on Riju. Okay, this is getting a little worrying. I only have 1 armor set left, and I'm quickly running low on shields and bows. Before going into the first fight, I ate some gloom-resistant food so I wouldn't lose hearts when I got hit. And of course, I still lost hearts when I got hit. But I'll tell you what, this was actually my best attempt at this phase yet. I ended up only losing 3 hearts. This had to be the attempt. I went into the Seized Construct fight, then got blown up by a cannon. But this time I had way more hearts, so I could easily take hits then heal up. In fact, that's exactly what I kept doing until I actually knocked it out by freezing it then Yunobuing it. And so it's finally time to fight Ganondorf. You literally can't fast travel out of here, so if I lose everything in my inventory, it's over. I lose. He really looks like Abraham Lincoln in this shot. This right here is every single item I lost in this challenge, and it all comes down to this moment. Okay, let's do it. That is quite possibly the most anticlimactic ending of all time. To say nothing went as planned just then would be a severe understatement. I need to explain what just happened and what was supposed to happen. Look, this is what was supposed to happen. My radiant armor makes bone attack stronger, so the plan was to fuse Gibdo bones to arrows and just spam shoot them against him. And the best way to do that is by using a rocket, then attacking in midair. I seriously could not have executed that any worse. My first mistake was forgetting I had rocket shields and just started shooting arrows like an idiot, and it's probably ideal to actually land the shots. Alright, well, as you can see, I cheated and used the items I already lost and went ahead and just beat him for the heck of it. Future self here, I'm kind of happy this happened actually, because I technically lost the Nuzlocke a while ago. I didn't realize it at the time, but as I looked through the footage, I cheated so many times, especially at the Lightning Temple. The thing is, whenever you die, the items you have equipped when you respawn aren't the items you died with, but the items you have equipped when you last saved. This confusion caused me to get rid of items I could still use, and then use items I already lost. Well, I guess I'll keep that in mind when I redeem myself in the inevitable Breath of the Wild Nuzlocke, but until then, I really spent 2 weeks recording this video just to get destroyed in 3 hits.